As you can see, I turned the base green. So progress is being made. Hello, everybody. What's going on? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. A very sporadic season we're having here. I don't even know what my upload schedule is. I'm keeping myself on my own toes. But today is the oh so dreaded aluminum day. I know this is the part where people usually quit the game because aluminum is very strenuous. It's a pain in the butt. It is, okay? But I think I have a good way around it and some good cheatsy. They're not cheatsy. Actually, let me rephrase that. I have some good tactics. Yeah, let's go with tactics to make this a simpler process. Honestly, I don't think this is going to be a big factory. I think it's going to start off small, and then once we get over to Logistics Mark 5 belts, then it gets slightly bigger. But I'm going to try to do this in the least amount of headache possible today. Now, a big thing of what's going to make that even possible is something called sloppy alumina, okay? So what I need to do is I need to research alternative recipes. And that's somewhat simple to do, okay? We need to get these hard drive things from crashed debris all over the world, plug them into the MAM here, right here in this little section, right there. Can I just put that in? Oh yeah, right there, and then scan hard drive. And then after 10 seconds, it's gonna give us a random blueprint. And I'm realizing that that's actually 10 minutes. So what we're gonna do, because I'm fairly sure we never get lucky, we never get that lucky. We're not gonna get sloppy alumina blueprint on the first go. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is doing a little bit of exploring. You can see this is what I know of the world right now. There is so much more to be explored. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get some materials. I think I should be relatively good to make some power and whatnot. But I'm gonna go out, activate a bunch of crashed debris, get a bunch of hard drive, and then hopefully by the end of this exploration adventure, we have the blueprint that I oh so desire, sloppy alumina. Let's see, let's play with it. we used probably about 15 hard drives. It took so long. That was multiple hours longer than I thought it was going to be. Now, granted, I knew I wasn't going to get sloppy alumina on the first go. Okay, I understood that. But I did not think that I was going to have to travel literally the whole world and accumulate so many hard drives in the process. I don't know. I think I lost track at 15. There might have been more. It's very possible. But I got a lot done. As you can see, I turned the base green. So progress is being made. And I don't know if this is something to be proud of, but guess what I did? I beat all of the productive packers. Look at that. 3 stars on each one. Don't know if my scores are good. Please let me know in the comments below. But I'm happy that I completed it. So we're at least a step further than we were. Progression-wise, not so much, but I mean, the aesthetics and stupid little things like little mini-games, I'm good at, I guess. Now, taking multiple hours to traverse the whole entire planet here wasn't all a negative thing. We were able to see a lot of places and learn what this world has to hold. Specifically, it let us find a good location for this alumina plant, which I'm pretty excited about. We got some bauxite right here, and there is some coal down here in the canyon. If you do a little bit of loopy around the right here, there's some coal right there. And then, of course, we have our iron farm right over the bend over here as well. So we put those 3 ingredients together, and we should have a pretty decent aluminum factory that I want to do maybe right here in this forest. Oh, it looks like there's a lot of bad rocks over there. Maybe we don't do it there. Maybe we do it just up here. Yeah. So because this is going to be... Oh, that's kind of ominous. That's really cool. Isn't my factory out? Yeah. Oh, you can't even see the oil factory out in that direction. That is cool. I want to jump. I unintentionally did it. It scared the tar out of me. Well, I'm not going to jump. Not now. But maybe later. So, I'm just starting off with a simple 11 by 11 platform. Because I think that this is going to be a temporary factory. Honestly, I don't like the positioning of this factory. I don't want to do it here. With this whole sub-factory plan that I have planned, I'd rather put it in a sub-factory because it is kind of a big deal. So I want to put it in a good place, and right here is just kind of off the beaten path. So this is all going to be temporary for the most part. So for right now, let's just set up what we can and then kind of go from there. I'm thinking it's going to be easy. Right? Famous last words. So for starters, we're going to build a refinery, and then that refinery is going to make the sloppy alumina that we were talking about, which is going to just purely make sloppy alumina. The reason why I didn't want to use just the regular recipe is because it makes a byproduct of silica. That is a lot of silica, especially once this aluminum factory gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's too much silica for me to handle and deal with. I don't want to deal with that. So the good thing is, with sloppy alumina, there is no byproduct. It just gives us the alumina solution. And the bonus part is that aluminum solution is then going to go into another refinery, I believe. Yes, another refinery with coal, and that is going to create aluminum scrap and a byproduct of water. That's perfectly fine. We're just going to put the byproduct of water back into the original recipe because the original recipe requires water. It's going to make sense when I do it. Why am I explaining it? So, we got bauxite from down below, just coming up here and then going into these refineries. And I have some water. There is actually a river right here, which is really convenient. Something I totally forgot to look for, but glad that there is. So we just hooked up 2 extractors. That's all we're going to need for this setup. So 2 extractors down there. The water is coming up this way. And once again, conveniently placed, we have this power tower here from last episode. So I just went ahead and pulled some power off of it. It doesn't look pretty. No, it doesn't look pretty, but I'm okay with it. So that water is coming up and into this line right here. I'll explain why this is necessary here in a second, but for now, just keep in mind we have water. That's good. It's a bonus. So now, because this is producing 240 alumina solution a minute, both of these, which means we need to place another refinery, probably not right there, but hey, another refinery, which is going to take that sloppy alumina and turn it into scraps. So it's, you can see here, it takes 240. So it's an exact 1-for-1 here. So we have another refinery right here that's going to take the alumina solution from right here, and a line of coal, which, like I said before, we have coal in that direction somewhere. I can't remember where, but we'll have to train that over here. Not trains. We're not doing trains today. We'll have to bring that over here and then hook it up as well. Once again, I'm explaining it. Why didn't I just show it to you? Haha, it's finally complete in all of its glory. Let me explain, okay? Water and bauxite going into these guys. Easy, we already talked about that. That alumina solution is then going into these guys with the addition of coal, which is now making 360 aluminum scrap a minute and 120 water per minute. Now that water is then going this way, because it is a byproduct, it's going this way, and it's going directly back to the beginning. Now, I told you I was going to explain why this is a thing. I'm going to do that right now. So this line, everything on this x-axis takes priority. So what we are doing is we're creating 240 water byproduct, and there's 240 water in this pipe right here. Well, 240 isn't enough because these take 200 per minute, so which means we're actually down 160 if I'm doing my math right, which I could be doing it wrong. So we have the water extractors coming through and then pumping the additional water up this way. But the issue is if this line backs up and I can't put byproduct into that line, well, then the whole system shuts down. So I made it here so the byproduct is the priority, and if we do need any additional, we will, but if we do need any additional, then the secondary is from the source down there. If that doesn't make sense, I'm bad at words. I'm bad at words, and I don't know how to make it make sense. Priority is byproduct. Secondary is from the source. There we go, right? Boom. Now the system won't shut down. So if I flip these bad boys on, we are now creating aluminum scrap, which is then going into these furnaces. And all I have to do is turn them on. Wait, are they not on? I did not power them. That would be why. And boom. Okay, now all these furnaces are now creating pure aluminum ingot. 30 per minute. So times that by, I believe that's 12. 30 times 12. We are now making 360 alumina a minute. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That aluminum is then getting sent over to these 4 constructors, which are making various things. Like, for example, this guy is making aluminum casing. I don't think I'm going to need a whole lot of aluminum casing, okay? That's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is this. We are making alclad aluminum sheets. And the reason why I need that in mass is because that's what's used to make Mark V belts. This whole process, it doesn't make sense. Look, I have a copper factory right here, which is making copper ingots. I'm pretty proud of this whole setup, but here's the thing. This is all temporary because I'm not mass producing. I'm not using each resource to its ultimate potential. So all of this is basically a temporary thing just so I can get these alclad sheets here and get Mark V belts, which I'm going to do right now.
Milestone reached. Improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed.
Transports up to 780. resources per minute, which is beautiful. It's so fantastic. Here's the thing. Once I get these miner Mark IIIs, which is going to create that 780 items per minute, it's going to be a simple plug and play. We're going to build factories. In fact, I think I'm already making one. I already started designing one. Let's see if I can open it up. How does one do this? Oh, yeah, right here. So, it's not here. What did it say? I need to read things before I just click them. So this guy right here is mathed out correctly. Or at least it's close to correct. But long story short, if I place one of these bad boys down and then put a Mark III miner into one of these bad boys with the addition of these Mark V belts, it's going to create 780 of that resource a minute on the output end, right? So it goes in one side. I believe, I want to say it goes in this side. It's divvied out to each one of these smelters, and then it comes out this side right here. So this is the output side. So we just place these bad boys down right next to every single miner, and we automatically have 780 of those items. The reason why I didn't want to do this before is because I didn't want to have to upgrade that build down the line. Tear it down, build it again, tear it down, build it again, tear it down, build it again. Now that we have the mass production, this is kind of end game mode, we just plug and play, right? So very, very, very excited about this. You have no freaking idea. But I think that's going to be a project for next episode, because what I want to get started is my resource highway. I want to be able to, and I showed you a map early on in the series. I will show it again next episode. But basically, I segmented the map into multiple sections. So, for example, this is like the rocky desert section. This is the red bamboo section, so on and so forth. I'm going to go back in there and finalize a better map. And I want to take all the resources from each and every single biome and put it into a resource highway so that I can get it to the factory that I need it at, right? I think that's going to be super fun, and that is what I'm going to work on next episode. We're going to make things organized. We're going to make it look so pretty. I'm so excited. This is where the game starts to get a little bit less functional and more beautiful, right? We get to start building stuff to look pretty as opposed to just building stuff to work, which I'm excited about. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry about the sporadic upload schedule. It's going to get better, I hope, one day. But for now, just bear with me. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!